What's happening, gamers? It is Wednesday? Wednesday the 22nd of June. We're playing Final Fantasy XIV. We are doing role quests today, something that I keep on putting off because I end up getting distracted with Crystalline Conflict, I get distracted with the 24-man. Not today. We are making our way, okay? That's what I'm telling myself. I'm gonna... Oh. Anyway. Hope we're all doing good. I've got water. I've let social media know. I think that's it, really. I can't tell if the audio should be louder or not. So, today we have a level 89 Dragoon. So we should be able to do... Hopefully we'll reach level 90 by the end of the day. Level 89 Scholar. That I'm looking less forward to. And a level 89 Dancer. So that's 3 different role quests to be doing today. Do not judge me for how poorly I play healer, because I will not try. I think that's all there is to be said. I did say I was gonna. I think I said yes, I was gonna do 7 remake, but like, this is something I've been putting off for ages, and I also want to be playing 14 again to some degree. That's just not Crystalline Conflict in 24 man. So, reading's going to be involved, so I need to make sure I don't stutter too much, but we'll see. So we're going to start with Dragoon, because the Dragoon... Hold on, let's look in the light. Look how good this armor set is. It's gorgeous. So yeah, let's start with a Luminson Delegate. Storm clouds brewing. The Luminson Delegate would entreat your aid in dealing with a grave threat back home. Ah, Plastic. On behalf of Admiral Blosfin, I thank you for your many deeds in service to Limsa Luminsa. On behalf of my people, I thank you for your efforts in delivering this star from catastrophe. Unfortunately, we have received troubling tidings that beasts akin to those plagued rads that plagued rads at hand have been sighted on the Lenosian coast. The Admiral has mustered the Maelstrom in hopes of quelling the threat. Yet there is much we do not understand about our foe, and as such, your expertise in this arena, I should probably say area, right? Your expertise in this area would be a great boon to us. Will you help us? I will do what I can. It wouldn't be much of a hero if I refused, would I? Excellent. The Admiral will be heartened to have your knowledge and martial prowess on our side, I'm certain. Race set sail for Limsa as soon as you are able. The Secretariat at Maelstrom Command will apprise you to the details upon your arrival. Off we go. So we're going to the After Castle, right? Yeah. Oh, someone's playing, was that Claire de Lune? Maybe. I don't actually know classical music. I know like 3 songs. Maelstrom Secretariat. Oh, I just remembered something. How did I forget to boot this up before I started? Da-na-na-na. Where's the file? Honestly, for shame. I need to cough. Huh. Had more coffee in me than I expected. Coughing. Oh no! I don't know. Hold on. Ah, our man in Rad's at hand told us to expect you. I'll inform the Admiral of your arrival. Glad you could join us, Plastic. I was doing this thing again. Just a sec. There we go. Glad you could join us, Plastic. I only wish it were under better circumstances. The grave news from the bounty has not escaped our ears. I can scarce begin to imagine the horrors you've witnessed there. Though you and the Scions have averted the final days, blasphemies continue to appear in certain regions, Vilbrand among them. Tell her what we know. The first report came a few days ago, from one of our men patrolling Skull Valley. He spoke of a fearsome creature unlike any native to our shores. While we had our suspicions, it was only later that a connection to the final days was confirmed by a most unlikely source, the Sahagin. We've been treating their tempered for some time now, and many have made a full recovery. Owing to this, some factions are eager to improve diplomatic relations with Limsa. It is one such faction that has provided the most comprehensive reports in all their alarming detail. They speak of a most dreadful sight, their spawn brothers transforming into horrific beasts before their very eyes. Indeed, it is far too similar to the incidents at Radz-at-Han to be mere coincidence. If our assumptions are correct, the first and most formidable of the beasts, a blasphemy, as it was decided we would call them, prowls our waters as we speak. We may have spared the final days, but so long as this abomination remains to harry us, we cannot truly say that the storm is past. Fortunately, there have been no sightings of the blasphemy within the city. Nevertheless, if we are to spare our people the horror that befell Radz-at-Han, the fiend must be dealt with, and quickly. Despite our investigative efforts, we remain very much in the dark as to the precise nature of the threat we face. Were we to recklessly dispatch large numbers of troops, we'd run the risk of having our own men corrupted. You can well imagine the carnage that would ensue. As such, Admiral Blosfin has decided to keep those involved to a minimum, and lead the investigation herself. And I would have you at my side. What say you? Yeah, let's fuck him up. You have my thanks. We will depart at once to meet with our Sahagin allies and gather what knowledge we can, that we might devise a proper plan of attack. They are due to arrive at South Tidegate soon. I'll go on ahead and wait for you there. Alright. It feels to be doing story. Sorry, that wasn't a sentence. It feels good to be doing story. Because I'm not doing much else in this game besides doing the Arcasadora stuff. No audio. It's well past our agreed upon meeting time, but the Sahagin are nowhere to be seen. They did not seem the sorts to break their word. This bodes ill. Let us leave this place to the guards and search Halfstone for any sign of them. Turn that up a bit. That should be better to watch. Noel is in danger. Quickly, to his aid. Right, hold on, let's summon my Chocobo. So, here's a lower question. Can blasphemies still be created? Oh yeah, why get rid of the tether? I like the tether. This is Null. Does he have a brother called Thol? Haha, good joke. Shh, many thanks, Shorewalker. Pray tell, is my companion safe? Psh, the Admiral himself comes to our aid. Glad tidings indeed. You two have my boundless gratitude for saving my life. Let us quit this place before those beasts return. Everyone's still alive. Good. But not if we stay out here too long. Inside, quickly. Psh, thank you, my friends. Those ghastly beasts would have made short work of us had you not intervened. And yet, it brought me to no joy to watch them die. For, unbelievable as it may sound, until a short time ago, there were none other than my very own spawn brothers. At first we thought them merely cursed, but our talismans and magics availed us not. Aye, 'twas no curse. 'Twas an evil like no other, innocent souls transformed against their will into unholy beasts called blasphemies. Blasphemies. Pray tell us more. That would be your area of expertise, Plastic. So basically, this bird lady got really sad and decided to end the world. Psh, turned into beasts by the power of despair. This is horrifying indeed. Thus far, the phenomenon here in Linosia has only been limited to the Sahagan. Why is that? Psh, I cannot say. Yet I wonder if the Crushing Tide are involved in some way. I know not of this Crushing Tide. Word of them has yet to reach you, I see. It all began when the Indigo Matriarch, the queen of our kind, was stricken with a grave malady. Malady? Malady? Tragic as this was, there was one small solace. She was not fond of shore walkers, and deprived of her leadership, many of my kind came to see the wisdom in making peace with Limsa. There remain, of course, those who would oppose our cause. They formed a group called the Crushing Tide. I need to stop trying to do this. Anyways. Even now they seek to summon the Lord of the World anew, and consign all finless ones unto the briny deep. However, they lack the crystals necessary to do so. Denied the power they crave, they can do naught but gnash their teeth in desperation. And you suspect these feelings of helplessness are the cause of their transformations. Just so. Those of our spawn brothers who turned into those beasts had been fraternizing with the Crushing Tide. Despite our differences, we cannot abandon our kin to such a cruel fate. Yet we must be careful not to drive them to still deeper despair. Yet we must consider this situation carefully, lest we bring destruction upon all our kind. Tell me this, are the Crushing Tide even now under Leviathan's thrall? If freed from their drowned state, might they not listen to reason? Were it only so simple, all but a few are long since cured. They walk this path of their own free will. In that case, they may yet be dissuaded from the present course. For the sake of the nascent alliance, we will do all we can to save your brethren. Fortunately, a most capable ally stands with us, for this woman has bested many a formidable foe, including Leviathan. Psh, the great plastic love in the flesh! Honoured I am to stand in your presence. Together we will weather this storm and usher in a new age of harmony, this I swear. There is much to be done. For now, let us return to our homes and prepare as best we can to the trials ahead. Should we discover aught of value, we'll be sure to share it with you. I ask that you do the same. Indeed we shall. Until such time, I will watch over my spawn brothers and pray that no more succumb to the change. Hello Ergo, how are you doing today? I felt compelled to post that little image that I made for today's streams because I realised if you get your notifications via... Oh, what did I do? If you get your notifications via Twitch or Discord, you won't see my lovely drawing of Tatari. Well, not drawing, my edit of Tatari. I'm fine. Yeah, you know what? Fine's good enough today. I'm fine. Off we go to the Maelstrom. I've got water. Was reading all those Final Fantasy XVI interviews today. I got to see a lot of grown-ass men whinge about that. So you've only got yourself and guest party members. Everything that I read about the game sounds pretty damn good. Apparently, right, I keep on saying apparently, despite reading facts and interviews. I can literally cite my resources, but I keep on saying apparently. For the trailer, they actually hid parts of the UI, and I hope it means that UI will look prettier in that game. I don't know how I feel about the party members, but I figured they'd go solo. I don't really know what I think about it. I don't mind. I was going to play the game no matter what, and when I played Final Fantasy XV, it was very much a solo game. You were playing as Noctis the whole time with your party hanging around. I didn't have the DLC or anything, so I never got to try and play Prompto, Ignis, or Gladiolus. I trust the side quests and writers to do a good enough job with the character interactions. And I think the most interesting tidbit from today was we're going to see Clive in his teens, 20s, and 30s. So there might actually be an additional time skip. I don't know if they're going to age Clive anymore, but I'm kind of curious that they would have revealed that so soon. Welcome back. Thanks to you and Noel, I now possess a proper understanding of the challenge we face. Actually, hold on. Where is my little... Let's put chat on screen. There we go. Maybe put that above my head for now. If it clogs up the stream, we might put it somewhere else, but it'll do for now. Thanks to you and Noel, I now possess a proper understanding of the challenge we face. It is a daunting task that lies before us. We'll continue to cooperate with the Sahagan to learn all we can. Once we have located the blasphemy, I will have need of your strength. Till then, I ask that you remain at the ready. Clearly, the storm clouds have only begun to gather. Where did my chat go? It was in 15 and folk are bitching now like it's a new thing, but the difference, I suppose, is that your party stays fairly constant throughout the game, rather than folk dipping in and out. Yeah, I'm gonna trust the process. I'm not gonna. It's too early to be hating on 16 in my eyes. I trust the process. I trust the producer. I trust the writers. Because it's going to be a long year of people whinging that you only get to play as Clive. The Crushing Tide. The Secretariat has recent developments to share. Oh, I didn't see that interview. I must have missed one. Okay, this chat looks... once about the quest marker, it'll be fine. Yeah. I don't know how long I want a Final Fantasy story to be. When they say lightning fast, did they give an actual estimate, or did they give like an hour estimate? The Secretariat has recent developments to share. Your timing could not be better. Hold on. There we go, that's better. The Admiral has just this moment returned from meeting with the Sahagan. I shall inform her of your arrival. Plastic. I'm glad you're here. We have decided our next course of action. As you know, we face two distinct but interconnected challenges. Transformations occurring among the Sahagan may be one, but the blasphemy itself is the root of the problem. Thus far, those who have succumbed to the change have all been affiliated with the Crushing Tide, who continue to resist our diplomatic efforts. Were we to put a stop to the phenomenon, as well as to address their grievances, we may yet have a chance at peace. To that end, I would propose a double-pronged approach. On one front, we shall work in tandem with our Sahagan allies to redouble our patrols. Should the blasphemy surface, we will share this knowledge and move immediately to dispatch the threat. At the same time, we will pursue a dialogue with the Crushing Tide. We need to bring them back to the negotiating table and then see what we can do to convince them to stand down. A key point will no doubt be the lingering issue of securing land for their spawning grounds. It is a discussion I intend to approach with an open mind. It will be no easy task, but we have succeeded with the kobolds, and I have faith that we will succeed with the Sahagan as well. So as long as we parley in good faith. I can only hope the Crushing Tide share that sentiment. I doubt they will listen. The new Dragoon armor looks so good. You're wise to temper your expectations, but I would not abandon hope ere we try. At any rate, Null has sent word that one Dao, a priest who styles himself the leader of the Crushing Tide, has grudgingly agreed to hear us out. I will parley with him face to face at the Sapsa spawning grounds, and would have you at my side if you do not object, that is. Excellent. In that case, pray join me at the South Tide Gate when you're ready, and from there we will go together. As long as the role quests are more entertaining than the tank ones, I'll be fine, because I've said before, the tank role quests bored me almost to tears. I almost skipped story because I just could not did not care. You just had an idea for a drawing? What kind of drawing? Oh, I need to cough again. Ah, don't know what's wrong with me. Oh no. I hope it's not. Is coughing a symptom? Shit. All prepared, are you? Dao is not known for his patience. We must take care to not incur his ire. I was told he would be at the spawning grounds upon our arrival, but it appears he has been delayed. Let us speak with the Sahagan here. Mayhap one of them will be able to shed light on what may be keeping him. When you're done, send me a pic of your wall, no helmet, preferably smiling or something. Okie dokie. I'll make a note of that. Drink some water? Sure can. Let us speak with the Sahagan here. Mayhap one of them will be able to shed light on what may be keeping him. One more thing. I come here as a representative of Limsa Liminsa on a diplomatic mission. Should the talks deteriorate and things comes to blows, I cannot be seen to bloody my hands. I trust that you understand. And with that, let us be off. Melvib is now accompanying you, keeping her at your side in order to pursue quest objectives. Blah de blah de blah de blah. Hello, soul. I love going on dates with the Alliance Grand Company leaders. I think I got through about 3 or 4 of them before I realised they're all the same. Belligerent Sahagan. Was there not any moments to chat to? No. First, let us see if any of the Sahagan possess any knowledge of the whereabouts. Shh, what is this? Since when are filthy shore walkers free to intrude upon our sacred spawning grounds? Pray forgive our intrusion. We seek an audience with Speaker Dao. Where might we find him? You will do no such thing, shore walker. We have not forgotten what you did to Lord Leviathan. Be gone. We won't get much out of this one. Let's try it elsewhere. I'm probably going to use my mount. Get to the next bit. Why do you trespass in our domain, vile shore walkers? We mean you no harm. We come only for a peaceful parley with your leader, Master Dao. Where might we find him? Psh, we desire no parley with the shore walkers who would steal our home. Were it not for your insatiable selfishness, we Sahagan would grow and flourish. Your grievances are justified. That is why we would speak with Master Dao and work towards a peaceful solution. Empty words from the thieving shore walker, but so be it. Soon you shall learn the futility of your efforts. Speaker Dao is currently overseeing security at the spawning grounds. You will find him by the entrance, though mark my words, you will wish you hadn't. We shall see. I thank you for your aid. One of my favourite bits about being able to find the old zones is skipping this little... It's not even a maze, it's just nippy. Shore walkers in our spawning grounds? To what do I owe the displeasure? Speaker Dao, I presume. Our apologies for entering into your home unannounced. I'm Melvib Blosfin, Chief Admiral of Limsa Lominsa, and this is Plastic Love. We come seeking a parley, that we might strive for peace between our peoples. Parley, you say? Prolonging this conflict any further will lead only to needless suffering. The menace both our peoples face is great indeed. If there was a time to set aside our differences and come together for the greater good, it is now. I invite you to join us at South Towngate for formal negotiations. Shorewalkers and Sahagan coming together? What assurance do I have that you will not slit our gills the moment we set foot within your territory? MSQ is so much better now that it's being chopped up. Do you mean... What do you mean by chopped up? Slit our throats the moment we set foot in your territory. I can offer naught but my word. We open our gates to you and invite you into our home as a show of respect. I do not trust you, Shorewalker, but let it never be said that Dow of the Crushing Tide was a coward. I accept your offer, but attempt any treachery or subterfuge, and your people will drown in their own blood. Very well, Master Dow. I look forward to a productive discussion. Let us return then. I shall send word to Null as well. I would have our Sahagan allies join us at the parley. So the way I will do the side quest today is I'll do a role quest line. If I need to do some additional leveling, I will then do like a quick roulette. Then we'll alternate to either Tataru's Grand Adventure or the Alpha Omega story. And then we'll go back to the role quest, and then Alpha Omega or Tataru. Pew pew pew. Somebody's at the door. There's somebody at the door. Kinda wish these were voiced. Thank you for joining us here, Master Dow. Psh, the air here sickens me. Be brief. Aye, let us get straight to the heart of the matter. A common threat looms before us, one more powerful than any primal, with the potential to bring death without end to both Sahagan and Lominson alike. These circumstances call for swift and united action. Gee, I wonder why. Maybe there was an Elzen in blue that could have been voiced. You doubt our intentions, but I remind you that we have liberated many of your kin from Leviathan's enthrallment. They and countless other Sahagan have joined us of their own free will, and we may ensure the survival of both of our peoples. Aye, by their deeds have the Lominsons proven themselves worthy of our trust. Master Dow, you and your Crushing Tide want only to secure a future for your people. I say to you, this can only be done by confronting this threat together. Threats. Threats. What is this threat you speak of? If it is unity you crave, then submit yourself to our command. Be as the Serpent Reavers. They are the only shoreworkers I deign to call friend. You would ask us to willingly surrender ourselves to your Lord of the World. I do, and for that and that alone will ensure peace between us. Preposterous. You propose not alliance, but servitude. This way lies nothing but death for all Sahagans. Do you hear this, my spawn brothers? The shorewalkers have stolen this one's mind. He decries Lord Leviathan and espouses the lunacy of our sworn foes. These treacherous wretches have abandoned our god, and conspire to drive we faithful from our ancestral home. We cannot, we must not, let this stand. For shame! Forsaken by our spawn brothers, they side with the finless ones and blaspheme our Lord Leviathan. They who steal our spawning grounds and slaughter our children, our future. Okay, so... So, when I started this quest line, that implied that I've already finished 6.0. But it seems like people can still turn into blasphemies, despite that. So is that just going to be a continued... I don't know if this is meant to be set before 6... I don't know if this is set post Endwalker or still before the end of Endwalker, if that makes sense. They who steal our spawning grounds, our future. That would stress me the fuck out, knowing that, oh yeah, the world is saved, but if I'm a little too anxious or a little too stressed, I'm going to turn into one of these boys. Behold, behold this blessing. Lord Leviathan grants us greater and greater strength. You call this a blessing? Such horrors. Flee! Flee for your lives! The beast makes for Aleport. I leave this place to you. Splendid. Splendid. Let all our spawn brothers be blessed with such power. It's 85 to 90, but they mention that the effects are still ongoing for a while. I think if blasphemies exist from prior to end of 6, they can affect people even after 6.0. Yeah, they can't... They've already closed the Endwalker story. They probably can't keep on coming back to blasphemies. Once the blasphemies are gone, hopefully it'll never return. At least I hope so. You have a lot of Hildebrand to do. This is the second time you've saved my life, Shorewalker. My gratitude is as boundless as the sea. But what of the Admiral? We must go to her aid. The Stormblood's trial in Hildebrand is pretty good, if not a bit short. But it's very easy to wipe, which makes it funnier. I was too late. I'm sorry. There's no need for apologies. You're not responsible for my people's plight. But what I cannot fathom is Dao's response. How pleased he was to see his brothers become slavering beasts. The fools believe it's a blessing from Leviathan himself. Any hope for a peaceful solution will be lost should Dao in his crushing tide manage to wield these transformations as a weapon against us. I shudder at the very thought, and yet the true threat, the blasphemy, is still out there, yes? Just so. The first ones to transform are those who have fallen in the deepest depths of despair. The more painful their anguish, the more fearsome and formidable they become in their bestial forms, and the greater the influence over others. We can scarcely hope to stand against this legion of such foes. Would that there was more for my people that could do to help. I will have the Maelstrom patrol the seas with a blasphemy, that we might slay it with all due haste. But this may well amount to naught. If the blasphemy too was born from a Sahagan, it could be sheltering in the depths beyond the reach of our ships. In that case, pray allow my spawn brothers and I to serve as your eyes beneath the sea. Thank you, Null. Though our efforts combined, we may yet weather this threat. As for your brothers who gave their lives today for our cause, I shall see that they are returned home to be laid to rest as they deserve. You have my gratitude, Admiral. And with that, we should return as well. There's much work to be done, and would see it done quickly. Granted, I've not really done Trials really in quite some time, but I always ended up getting, Ratatan or Rathalos. And that's always fun with newbies as well. Oh, that's a beautiful sound that these people are making. I'm just kind of hoping that the quests will give me enough XP to level up. I don't think so. I was just sharing our findings. So you see, the danger is exactly as the Sahagans described. While Dao and his ilk have no means of forcibly triggering the phenomenon at present, just plain they intend to seek one out. Redouble our patrols offshore and inform me of the first sign of anything out of the ordinary. It shall be done, Admiral. I worry that we may be stretching ourselves too thin. Should the situation take a turn for the worse, I will recall our forces from Garlemald, yet I would reserve that as a last resort. For now, I must get to work securing reinforcements. I ask that you remain close by. We may have need of your strength all too soon. Like, right now. Old heroes never die. The Secretariat appears to be waiting for you. Admiral left a message for you, and the news is not good. It appears that a Lomensan merchant ship was assailed by Sahagan raiding party affiliated. It appears that the Lomensan merchant ship was assailed by Sahagan raiding party affiliated with the Crushing Tide. To further complicate matters, the vessel in question was carrying a shipment of crystals supplied to us by the kobolds of Ogomoro. The Admiral suspects that Dao means to use plundered crystals to summon Leviathan. She's going to meet with Null, and that we and our Sahagan allies might take swift action. She bids you join her immediately. Should the worst come to the worst, your experience in combining primals may prove essential. Combating, probably. Not combining, right? Yeah, combating. Pre-make for South Tidegate and rendezvous with Admiral Blosvin at once. I much prefer these doing them all at once instead of per level. I was about to joke, oh no, I'm low on teleport crystals, but I'm really not. Teleport crystals? Teleport tickets, that's what I meant to say. Thank you for coming, Plastic. The situation is grim. The Crushing Tide plundered one of our trading ships and seized a goodly stash of Ogomoro crystals. Though their aim is clear, it appears that they yet lack the quantity needed to perform the summoning. Dao longs for the days when every Sahagan cried out for Lord Leviathan's deliverance and would stop at nothing to see them return. I cannot fathom what the Crushing Tide are thinking. What satisfaction, what happiness can be found in giving over their hearts and minds to the false god? And so we must thwart their designs, lest the bonds we have forged be forever broken. By the same token, we cannot ignore the blasphemy, nor the transformations its presence may bring about. And battle on two fronts, neither of which we can commit to at the expense of the other. As we sail into the eye of the storm, I would hear your counsel. What course of action would you propose? Might we turn to the three great pirate powers for aid? Let us recruit the Yellow Jackets to the cause. Sounds like a job for the Company of Heroes. If it means talking to that prick again, no. The one that... the whole Titan questline. That guy. The Company of Heroes. Now that's a name I've not heard in some time. 'Tis true that they answered the call many a time. Indeed, other than you and yours, they are arguably none better suited to the task of primal slaying. But they disbanded over 5 years ago, and neither hide nor hair has been seen of their commander since. Aye, absent their leader, I suspect they will be reluctant to join our cause. And yet, I can think of no better option. I'll contact Whiskat, their erstwhile commander's right-hand man, and see if he will not hear us out. I will ask him to meet us at the Drowning Wench. Let us hope he is receptive to our offer. No. Might I trust you and your brothers to continue the search for the blasphemy in the meantime? Of course, Admiral. Should we discover anything, you will be the first to know. My brain still thinks Aft Castle is at the top of the list. I acknowledge the new mini teleport window is better. I just got used to knowing where everything was. My apologies for the delay. You are alone? So your plea fell on deaf ears. And here I swore 5 years ago that I was done playing Hero. We're getting the band back together. It was almost in height order. Could someone explain what this is all about? Believe it or not, I am a respectable man with respectable obligations these days. Take that pole arm out of your arse, old friend, and stop pretending you're not still a murderous bastard at heart. Watch that wicked tongue of yours, Uod, lest I screw it and prove you right. Nothing like a reunion with dear companions over a bottle of the wench's finest vintage. That is why we're here, right? Psh, long time no eye catch up, Landers. Braveflocks is tummy tickled to see gobby friends again. Thank you for assembling on such short notice. I thought they stood in Camp Tranquil? Only because I did Realm Rediscovered. He's in the same zone as the Palace of the Dead, but it's the Southern Crystal. He's in that little campsite, or that's where you talk to him for the Company Heroes questline in Realm Reborn. Spare us the pleasantries, Admiral. Why are we here? I make a simple request. Reform the Company of Heroes and lend Limsa Limensa your strength. Gasp. You've a reason, I'm sure. I would hear it. So there you have it. A terrible fiend known as a blasphemy prowls our seas, transforming the Sahagan into ravening beasts. At the same time, the Sahagan themselves, specifically a hostile faction calling themselves the Crushing Tide, has declared their intention to summon Leviathan anew. Should they succeed, we would be hard-pressed to deal with the Primal while still dealing with the other threats. You're right, Pickle, indeed. But the answer is no. The commander disbanded the company, and as his first mate, it's not my place to gainsay his final order. Sod that, I say. Have you forgotten our company's creed? The duty of the strong is to protect the weak. Are the people now in danger not the same men and women we fought to defend years ago? The commander would not have turned his back on them, and neither should we. Bold words, Laudanel, but do you truly believe that we can honour them as we are? Old mercenaries past their prime, lacking the commander whose wisdom and prowess saw them to glory once upon a time? Ah yes, your commander. Just a second, folks. Sorry, I was getting thanked on my cheesecake. Cheesecake made by me from the Eorzean cookbook. What if Plastic here were to lead you in his stead? Surely you would not question her abilities. An intriguing proposition. I, for one, would not be averse to serving under such a decorated hero. I also hated this whole questline with the wine. I hate... Never playing a Realm Reborn again. Gobby friend has goodly head for fighty think and goodly arms for thinky fight. As ringing an endorsement as any, but I would hear it from the woman herself. Do you believe you are capable of leading the company of heroes into battle? If you the stones to follow me, or better battle than a banquet? Yeah, better battle than a banquet. Still nursing that grudge, are we? I suppose we still owe you a dozen favours. If you're willing to lead, we'll follow. 5 years to the day. Truth be told, I was enjoying the more leisurely life, but when duty calls... Wait, before we proceed I must ask, have we no way of reaching out to the commander? Forgotten how he took his leave, have we? Up and vanishing so we could each find our own way. Apart from him in the company, I doubt we'll see him again, much as I wish we could. To the matter at hand, the missions you will undertake. First, you are to aid us tracking down the blasphemy that roams the sea. Second, you must prevent the crushing tide from summoning Leviathan at all costs. Oh, is that all? Hold on. No, I thought of a dumb... It's not a theory, but a dumb thing to posit. I'm fairly certain if you summon primals until they are defeated or evaporated, no one else can summon them. So, what if we just... What if... You know that sequence near the end with the Ragnarok where you summon the primals to help you reach Ultima Thule? What if they're just like still in the engine, therefore that they're still inhabiting space? So therefore, the Sahagins can't summon Leviathan, bada bing bada boom, day saved. It's not a good idea, but it's an idea. Is that all? And there I thought we might get our feet wet with a real challenge. But in all seriousness, we should take care to decide who tends to what. Yeah, like, yeah. They're not in the engine or anything, like... We used up the... Well, I say we, Xenos used up the Mother Crystal. No, there's no more... And then also the Ragnarok is doing a bloody... Schrodinger's cat where it exists in two places at once. I think they kind of just ignored... They've not ignored it, they've just really not acknowledged. It's like, yeah, don't question why it's in two places at once. Here I thought we'd got our feet wet. And also here, so we should take to decide who attends to what. Seems like a job for our acting commander. I'm sure she'll give it all due consideration. So if I understand this correctly, we're to bring down this so-called blasphemy. Of course, to do that, we'll need to find the damn thing first. We've also got to prevent the crushing tide from summoning their gods, Leviathan, a tall order in of itself. As acting commander, it's your job to decide who will be doing what, based on the skills we each have to offer. I'd recommend that you start by having a chat with each of us, that you might develop a sense of the strengths and weaknesses, mostly strengths, of course, of the storied veterans under your command. You're all to fetch me a bottle of wine from Dalmasca. Or to take that wine back from the guy in the Dalmascan ship in Shirogane. No, Kugane. My specialty, they ask? Why, impaling fiends with a lance of mine, of course. The stronger the foe, the better. None are a match for me. It would be folly to waste my talents on dealing with those slippery fishmen. Set me against that so-called blasphemy, and I'll have the thing on a skewer before you can say Melvid Blosfin. Pursuing and slaying the blasphemy. A wise choice. Send Landonel after the Sahagin, and he's like to help them summon Leviathan to sate his bloodlust. I will speak plain. I am not some battle-crazed barbarian like Landonel. As much of the as the Noon of the U, a tribe of peerless hunters, I conduct my affairs with the discipline and prudence. As such, I know better than any is to rush headlong into battle is rarely the best course of action. Firewise is to observe from afar and proceed with caution, preventing the primal summoning. Very astute, if I do say so myself. There are few better suited to the tasks of averting needless bloodshed than the famously circumspect Uot Nun. This motherfucker's blind, so I don't know how they're going to help. As well as you know, my vision is somewhat lacking these days. I can still defend myself when necessary, but I'd rather not come to that. My condition also leaves me rather unsuited to scouting and searching. It wasn't always the case, but such is life. On the other hand, I'd like to think I've gotten quite good at sounding out the intentions of others during negotiations and the like. It probably doesn't matter, but I'm going to say... Preventing this primal summoning deals with probably talking to people. Pursuing and slaying the blasphemy... You've a keen sense for these things, I see. More so than reconnaissance or battle, Shamani has a knack for working behind the scenes to see the company's goals achieved. I almost bit my tongue there. Brayflock's master remaker of Illuminati treasures offers much hand-lending with ingenuity. Far-seeing spyglass sees far into ocean deep. Crackfires go boom and blast beasts into bitty pieces. Let me read the dialogue again. Far-seeing spyglass sees far into ocean deep. Crackfires. Okay, so pursuing the blasphemy, because you'll be able to see it coming. A logical choice, if I do say so myself. Brayflock's mastery of tools and armaments are sure to avail you in tracking and felling that beast. It would seem everyone has their assignments. And I dare say the choices you've made are nigh impeccable. If I didn't know better, I'd think you'd be leading us for years. Yeah. And with that, it's time we get to work. I've procured link pearls for one and all, that we can each keep each other apprised for our progress. You may pick them up from the Maelstrom Command. We'd best be off then. Should we have need of a regroup or reconsider our strategy, call for us. I will return to command and share these developments here with the Secretariat and our Sahuagin friends. Do join me if you can, Commander Plastic. Commander, eh? Excuse me, I am... Actually, no. Commander's better than Captain. Never mind. I'll take it. Are they ever going to give us more Grand Company ranks? They have them here. The rewards would have to be really good. Ah, plastic. The Admiral has surprised me of the situation in full. Furnish plastic with a link pearl, yes? Of course, Admiral. Arakawa-sensei. What did Arakawa write? Oh, Full Metal. And then they've got that new one that just came out. And you recognize it. It would seem the company is trying to reach us. Ho there, Commander. Just give me the word and I'll come running. Lower your goddamn voice, will you? Watch your tongue or I'll track you down and rip yours out. I'm using tilt controls. They sound more like mortal enemies than old companions. That's where plastic comes in. I'm trusting you to whip them back into shape. Link pearls are basically just a Discord channel, aren't they? Make them a force to be reckoned with. I will have the Secretariat contact you if there are any developments. I would convey them to the entire company by link pearl, but we cannot afford anyone taking reckless action. In the meantime, I will reach out to Null and see what he's gleaned about the crushing tide in their hideouts. Let us hope for good tidings, Commander. So that's 500,000. Yeah, I don't think these quests are going to be enough to get me to level 90, so... I will... Okay. Secretariat has urgent news for you. Grave news, Plastic. We've just received word that Candlekeep Key is under attack. It would seem the crushing tide has struck again. Bradwell asks that you deploy the Company of Heroes at once. Our man here will act as your signaller. The Company of Heroes is awaiting your orders. That wasn't a question. Awaiting your orders. Hello? Candlekeep Key? Both Lanadel and Udnun should be close by. What are your instructions? Landanel's a hot-headed warrior who lives for the thrill of battle, while Udnun is a calm and calculating hunter. Both can serve you well, but better if assigned to tasks suited to their skills. Tried the crushing tide away? Consider it done, Commander. And see the residents put to safety. Understood. The rest of us will be there at once. I'll tell the Admiral you and the company heroes are on your way. Godspeed. So this is what the 88 quest. Which means my other Scholar's got a better chance of reaching 90. Dancer is in the same boat as Dragoon. Worry not, the tide is already ebbed, if you follow my meaning. Perhaps you're curious how your men carried out your orders. You'll be pleased to hear that Landonel led the attack with his characteristic aplomb, dancing amongst his foe with such speed and ferocity that were dizzying to watch. Udnone became full use of his talents in leading this rescue effort. Not a single man, woman or child suffered so much as a scratch. I had my doubts at first, but you've passed your first trial as acting captain with flying colours. Wait, you called me a commander like 2 minutes ago. Am I a captain or a commander? Wait, no. I'm a commander, sorry. The battle is over, I see. 'Tis good to see the company of heroes can still live up to its name. I demand answers. Why did you target Candlekeep Key? I spit on your questions, filthy shorewalker. I was hoping we might do this the easy way, but if you insist... So you would torture us? You shorewalkers are all the same. Savage brutes, the lot of you. Torture? Please, we're not so uncivilized as that, my slippery friend. Brayflox's shiny treasure will have fishmen trading tongue flags in no time. Allow me to explain. Shamani, Lomani, and Brayflox are well practiced in the art of interrogation. Shamani has a sharp mind, as I'm sure you've noticed, and a knack for getting information of uncooperative types with a minimum of fuss. Brayflox, on the other hand, her methods can be unconventional, to say the least, but it's hard to argue with the results. Well, Commander, the choice is yours to make. Brayflox, I choose you! If Fishman will not spit out truthy words, Brayflox's treat will have Fishman spit out something else. But what is this? So vile, so putrid this stench. Stinky sweet of aged gobby cheese is strong, yes. Makes many nose tickles and stomach turns. Our finned friend spits something up all right, though I'd rather he hadn't. But fine, I will speak, dirty shorewalkers. Just get that foul poison away from me. Again I ask, why did you target Candlekeep Key? Dow himself gave the order. Said we must establish a foothold in preparation for assault of the city. He means to attack Limsa itself. But with your numbers, that would be folly. Speaker Dow commands power beyond the comprehension of you shorewalkers. We have dealt with Leviathan before. You misunderstand. Speaker Dow says it is a greater power still, the very first being blessed by our Lord. Blasphemy. Tell me where Dow is. An island far to the south and east. There he performs the rite that will summon forth the Divine One and deliver my brothers and I to glory. Thank you for your cooperation. I suspect that Dow is heading out somewhere in the Ciel Dalles. A deserted isle, most likely. I don't know much about these so-called blasphemies, but can they truly be tamed so easily? We have no evidence that they can, but we must cooperate under the assumption that Dow has found a way. I will ready a ship. We set sail for the Ciel Dalles at once. Prepare yourselves and meet you at the docks as soon as you are ready. I'll have Shamani and Brayflox continue the interrogation in the meantime. Our friends here might still be hiding something from us. So much teleporting. Fisherman's Guild. Everyone is here? Good. We make for the CL Dallies in search of Dow's hideout. Our friend Null will be waiting for us there. The Blasphemy too may be present. Be vigilant and keep your weapons at the ready. Well, Commander, do you have any words for your men on the eve of battle? The duty of the strong, all for one. All for one. And one for all. Can't say I've heard that motto before. Alright, at any rate, let's be about it. Plus Ultra? Did they know that one? We meet again, Dow. Where's the blasphemy? Tell us now so we may end this madness. Heh heh heh. Oh, I assumed it was going to be a flashback there. Congratulations on the front lines. Oh, it's the same model as the Super Fate in Amarot. Or at least the same skeleton. Speak of the bloody devil! There it is, the dread beast I saw beneath the waves. The source of our woes. Uh-oh. The echo of all the times. Can I ignore the echo? Oh, okay. Defend the commander. Are they forcing an echo? That would be an interesting plot device. I bring grave tidings, my queen. The wretched shorewalkers poison the minds of my spawn brothers with false words and foul magics. Our poor beguiled brethren renounce Lord Leviathan and name him a false god. They treat with Limsa Lominsa, and some even call for an alliance. We must summon him, that the lost might receive of his blessing anew. This I would gladly do had our stock of crystals not run dry. Spawning time is nearly upon us, yet you fight and bicker amongst yourselves. How am I to birth a new brood when my children go stand divided? When my children grow and stand divided. Who dares enter the sacred chamber? Forgive my intrusion, Queen Mother. I speak for the Sahagan who seek an accord with the Shorewalkers. A new age is upon us. We needn't turn to false gods, nor foment bitterness and bloodshed in our precious spawning grounds. The Shorewalkers have changed. They endeavour to understand us, to share these lands with us that they may have peace and we our spawning grounds. Could this be true? Lies! Lies! Do not be deceived by that one's delusions, my queen. He is a heathen who has stayed from the Lord Leviathan's light. The Shorewalkers are oath-breakers, now and forevermore. As they extend one hand in friendship, they clutch a dagger in the other. We are beasts in their eyes, deserving of naught but slaughter. Oh. Oh, for a blessed moment, I felt the faintest touch of hope. But you are right, Dow. They are demons, and we are damned. Oh, for woe! My poor children have lost their faith, their minds poisoned by lies. We turn away from the Lord of the World, and cast our lot with the enemy. 'Tis so, my queen, 'tis so. We have no choice but to abandon our sacred spawning grounds, and sink to the ocean's floor to rot and decay. Dow, dearest of my children, you tell that we have no future? How can I bring new life into this world, knowing that my brood will have their hearts stolen and abandon me? How can I bear this unbearable sadness? I cannot. What's happening? Please, my queen, you must calm yourself. Ah. Munch, 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 munch. Such power, such beauty. A blessing from Lord Leviathan himself. That's not a blasphemy, that's your mother. Your mom is so sad she turned into blasphemy. So this is blasphemy, eh? You see what all the fuss was about. Have your wits about you? Good. If you can fight, now's the time. Strike now, my queen. Send the shorewalkers and their honourless leader to her death. Roar. What's happening? I can't feel my legs. Why, mother? Are we not your children too? Guess not. Are we gonna fight or what? We cannot weather another blow like the last. But who could it be? I don't know, I'm actually asking. I still don't know when the Seven Hills just happened, but I'll be damned if I'm going down without a fight. Steady. The beast is feeding on our ether. Will not survive a head-on fight. Landonel, Uod. Remember the company's stratagem when faced with overwhelming odds. Run? Pocket sand. Retreat! Retreat! Let's get ourselves the bloody hells out of here. Run away! I can't wait to see this armor died. Actually, can I preview it died? Or do I have to wait until I finish the level 90 quest? Who is this mystery man? Can I preview diet? Yes, okay. It's actually okay as is. Damn it all. We'd have better luck holding back the tide. How goes it, friends? Is what I would normally ask, but judging from the muttered cursing, I gather it did not go all that well. We barely escaped with our lives. To think the damned beast had the power to stop us in our tracks. Literally. What do we know of this creature's origins? Was it once Sahagan as you suspected? May have the echo afford Plastic some insight. Dow's villainy knows no bounds, sowing seeds of despair in our Queen Mother's heart, that she might transform into that monstrosity. If she was the first to turn, there was nothing. What's the implications on the Broodmother dying? Or if the Broodmother's not there to make a clutch, they're going to have to promote somebody else to Broodmother, but how difficult is that going to be? That seems like it's got some ramifications for, like, the existence of the Sahagan, at least for, maybe not now, but a couple of generations from now. If she was the first to turn, then there was nothing deliberate about it. Still, it's clear that his words served as a catalyst. It'll be like hands. Okay. They'll promote somebody, and somehow it'll turn into the Broodmother. If we kill the blasphemy, it'll be tantamount to killing the Sahagan's queen. That's not going to endear us to them one bit. I cannot turn my spear against the mother who birthed me, let alone take her life. Out of curiosity, did anyone see who fired that shot? Were it not for them, we'd all be dead. I know not, but we must formulate a plan, and quickly. My scouts tell me that the blasphemy has left the island and now roams the open sea. I will order them to continue the search, and in the meantime we must find a means to overcome the beast's formidable offence. Leave it that to us. Time and again, we've used our wits and experience to triumph over the longest odds. To defeat your enemy, first you must know your enemy. Tell me, Commander, what do you reckon was the most valuable knowledge we gleaned from our initial encounter? The blasphemy has the power to absorb ether. Oh yeah. I feel like there's also like a kind of bee or ant where they just force one to transform. Like all they'll just be like, yeah, you're gonna be it now, and then somehow miraculously it then turns into one. Bugs are weird. I think the most important information is that it absorbs ether. Pheromones, son. I concur. Now we know how the beast disables its foes, we can use this knowledge to devise a proper defense against it. But that's not all we have learned. While the blasphemy can maneuver through the water, it also frequents caves and the like. Our best chance of defeating it would be in such a place. Our only chance, I dare say. I will send scouts to identify any and all large caverns and coastal areas that could serve as a shelter for a massive creature. To ensure the safety of our people, I have to hope for a peace with the Sahagan. That is a battle that we must win. All your strength and wisdom will be needed in the days to come. Dismissed. Come, let us share our findings with the Maelstrom. Somebody's advertising their 18 plus nightclub in the shout chat. So this will give us 500,000, and unless the next quest gives us 4.5 million, let's queue up for front lines after this mission. Now that we've seen what the blasphemy is capable of ourselves, 'tis more plain to me than ever that it must be slain. Reach out to all trade ships entering and departing Limsa. Inform them that any sightings of the blasphemy are to be reported to Maelstrom Command at once. Understood. But given the beast's abilities, how do you intend to overcome it? I trust that the company of heroes in plastic, experienced primal slayers all, will find a way. And yet, I would leave no resource untapped. There's one more whose expertise I would call upon, if he would agree. Even Wiskat is at loss to his former commander's whereabouts, but mayhap Enzir could offer some guidance. No doubt you're still fatigued from the battle with the blasphemy. Pray rest while you're able. When we are ready to take further action, you'll hear from me. Till then, take care. So, how much experience does this give? Yeah, half, not enough. Front lines. Out of the shadows. The Secretariat's resigned expression speaks volumes. Ah, plastic. I wish I had better news for you, but the blasphemy continues to elude us. Can you hear me, Commander? This is Wastecat. I have an idea how we might take down the blasphemy. Meet me in Costa del Sol as soon as you're able. I swear to God, if this has anything to do with wine... Well, that sounds promising. I'll tell the Admiral you'll be away for a bit. Godspeed and stay safe out there. I was watching an interesting video last night on Final Fantasy VII references in 14. And, like, I knew about Seventh Heaven, I knew about Costa del Sol, I knew about the Hades summon being the model or inspiration for Hades in 14. What I didn't, I knew that the Braver LB is basically Cloudsbuster. So what I didn't realise was a lot of the limit breaks are based on 7 character limit breaks. Like, a lot of the healer ones are all Aerith. One of the Samurai LB is like Yuffie. Tifa's got a couple. It's very interesting to watch. Was there any other references that I didn't know about? I think that was the main ones. Because all the other ones are really obvious, like the Gold Saucer. Yeah, I know Yuffie doesn't use a sword, but the Samurai LB... It was specifically the Samurai LB that was used as an example. It must be like the effect that one of like the particle effects that looks like Yuffie's. Ninja would make sense. The one that Barrett's Argonax, or something like that, is the limit break that the squadrons use. So that limit break that your squadrons use is Barrett's. Thought that was cool. Angermax, yeah. And in 14 it's called like Ungermax. I didn't think I'd be doing PvP today, but here we are. And definitely not thinking about all those trust dungeons I've still to do. Pain. Pain. Alright. I would, to be honest, if there's one role quest I would not want to stream, it's probably the healer one. Also, it's taken almost an hour and a half, and I've not even finished the quest line yet, the role quests. So, prediction is we'll finish the physical DPS role quest, we'll then do Tataru or the Omega story, and then we'll start another role quest, and that will probably take us to the end of the street. How close am I to getting that gear set? Here's my PvP profile. Level 23, okay. I need to get that done before point 2. That's the thing, I like Crystalline Conflict. I don't like not playing with my friends. No. I'm not sure. Would you find out for me? So if that's the case, granted, what is it? What level am I? I'm almost 24. I'm really close to getting it anyway. That sounds important that I know that. Why did he cancel his... Weird. Fuck you, Ninja. I'm not sure. They did make a chart during like one of the live letters for it, so it should be easy enough to find. Also, I believe we're getting a live letter for point 2 start of next month. I think that's the thing that's happening. Okay, people just standing. I drink some more. I literally just did, Nightbot. It's up to chat to believe me. I don't have any coffee beside me. I don't have any alcohol beside me. It's just spicy water. Oh god. I hate tabbing in this game. That killed nobody. Great. PvP rewards. It's a point. 1. Go. Need that in a bit. So, Ergo, you were saying you've been winning a couple of front lines. Which Grand Company have they shoved you in? Which Grand Company these days is winning? Immortal Flames. Just gonna wait here. Flames, the Maelstrom, and the Adders. And what's the name? I don't know. Ishgard doesn't have a Grand Company yet. It's probably too late for them to add a 4th Grand Company. They originally envisioned 6 starting cities, so they probably have documents somewhere or concept art for the other Grand Companies. The 3 we've already got: Charlayan, Ul'dah, nope, not Ul'dah, Alamigo, and was the last one? I don't think the last one wasn't. It wasn't Hingashi or anything. But I forget what the 6th one is. Oh, Ishgard. No. 1, 2, 3, Ishgard, Charlayan, and Alamigo. Yeah, that's 6, never mind. Maelstrom and Adders have been near equal in that they still occasionally do well, but when they're doing bad, they're eating shit like it's the only meal around. Oh, I've never heard that expression before. It's weird because it's all random anyway, but I find it like that. I'm willing to believe there's probably some truth to like certain people will float towards certain Grand Companies, because you can turn that setting off if you get randomly fitted with people. But I found Maelstrom win. In my experience, Maelstrom win more than anything, followed by Flames. And literally, I'm just following the crowd and chatting away. I feel like a lot of this could be fixed if they just like sped up the game. I appreciate that they're still trying to make PvP relevant, but it does feel like they ignored their previous modes, or that they're not attuned to the way that people want. I just hope that they, with Crystalline Conflict, they keep on bringing out new maps, they keep on doing stuff with it. Because we're all trying it right now, but when it comes to like Battle Pass 3, are they going to give up? And nobody's going to do it. I'm not even paying attention, I'm just hitting buttons. I'm going after it. I don't know what you guys are... Leave me alone! So for example, Maelstrom is at nearly 1,000, and my team and the other are 500 and 300. Hands on head, stupid. Pressing the button. Nobody look at me. Damn it. Gamete. I need to try Summoner in PvP. Become toxic. Unlimited power. Speaking of, I have a lot of Star Wars to catch up on. Oh, fuck off. Nope. Embarrassing. A Dragoon falling off. Who would have thought it? There we go. I do like this version of Frontlines more, that once you claim the point, you just get the points for it. You don't have to keep on fighting over it. Instead of like micromanaging like your base and stuff. Damn it. Sorry. As the oldest child, I need to be tech support for my family. Hold on. Account. Bear with me, folks. Okay. Hopefully that should be the end of it. Where are we going? Oh my goodness, we've got a DJ on our team. Okay, so 1200, 800, and almost an 800, okay. It's closer than it was earlier. Hate ninjas. Especially in PvP. Leave me alone. Leave me alone. Like it, you know, I don't mind it in... I forget the names of them. I don't like... I don't know. I feel like the first bases that are right in front of you in the other maps, you should always keep as your zone, so you're always collecting points. Like, the other ones are free reign. It drags out the game, I suppose, because it guarantees that you're all... I don't know. Make me care about front lines, Final Fantasy XIV. I dare you. I like the Gloria mount from Wolf's Den, or the Feast, whatever it's called. 200 wins, and that the red version of, I forget what it was called, Construct 8. I like that one as well, but I'll be playing Crystalline Conflict for a while, so maybe that'll change and I will get it eventually. Damn it. I've already got my Ozma. I don't need another orb mount. Right, this doesn't get me to level 90. We'll be incredibly close. Oh. I like the node that was very sassy with the Alizé. Shit. Just kill me. I'm sure you've heard Maku's bit at the moment about having his... didn't recognize me with my new arm. I liked the sassy droid from Rogue One. Or maybe not so much sassy, it's the ones that are like, they are programmed to not harm humans, but goddamn it, they pissed off about it. Level 90. I've not seen Rebels, unfortunately. Oh, I've got a bunch of gear to put on. So from 505, we are now 570. Coming into the voice chat and saying like, you may have not recognized me with my new arm. The thing that C3PO says in Force Awakens. I like the headpiece actually. Oh, this is from the 8-man. I was going to change back into the Dragoon armor, but actually, wait, hold on. Where are your trousers, madam? I feel as though I've seen this, like, these trousers in The World Ends With You. Okay, so it's not their pants, so that's the good thing. Right, I'm going to take a quick break to get some water and maybe shove some food down my mouth. And I'll see. Let me put a message up. Okay, it's not technically a bathroom break, but close enough. There we go. I'm sure he would. Okay. Yep. Hydrate, stretch, eat if you need to, and we'll reconvene in a few minutes, folks. We'll finish off the physical DPS storyline. We will probably then move on to something else. Yeah, I'll see you guys in a little bit. By a little bit, I mean like, what, 5 minutes? Maybe slightly longer? I don't know. Hopefully you guys don't mind the Costa del Sol music, because that's what you're getting. See you soon! Alright. I'm back. For some reason, the thing that froths my milk isn't working. I assume that's Soul in the background. Right, I got coffee. Anything else to do? Headphones. Headphones are being put on. Okay. Headphones are here. Oh, get rid of the bathroom message, perhaps. Scroll lock. Yep, there they are. Hello, Soul. Let us continue the role quests. Apologies for having you come all this way, Plastic. Ever since our encounter with the blasphemy, I've been racking my brain to find a way of dealing with its debilitating attack. Sadly, I've come up empty-handed, and my companions fare no better. That's when I started thinking, if only our finest was still with us. He's always had a knack for noticing what the rest of us missed. His eyes were so sharp, he could spot a foe's weakness with a single glance. It's thanks to him that we were able to slay both Leviathan and Titan and live to tell the tale. The rub is, well, he's a bit eccentric. And yes, I know you could say that about all the company members. Jesus, I've been trying to keep a straight face with the zooming past, but that last one got me. But unlike us, he prefers to work from the shadows, truth be told. I've not seen him since the day we disbanded. I doubt he'd help his old comrades, even if we asked. But an order from the company's acting commander would be a different story. In our heyday, we had a way of reaching him. Whistle at the forked road, and sooner or later he'd show himself. Didn't matter when, winter or summer, in broad sunlight or the dead of night, he'd always be watching from afar. With any luck, he still is now. But I've rambled on enough. Go on now. This may be our best and only hope. I bet it's... Well, no, it's not going to be this, but it'd be funny if, you go down to the Fork Road and that's, where his mum lives. And he always keeps in touch with his mum. So that's how he always hears something about it. Let me blow your whistle, baby, whistle. Or is it let me blow my whistle? It is a nice top piece, actually. Here I was, enjoying my retirement. Why'd you have to go and bloody whistle? Is that scarf unique, or is that part of the chest piece? Call me Lorenz. I'm the company's resident sharpshooter. At least I was in my day. No need to tell me who you are. I've been watching you for quite some time. Don't get the wrong idea. I'm just curious how my former mates are faring. Not as curious as folks were about me, though. First Waistcat, then old Mistbeard himself. Ha! As if those codgers could ever catch me. And now Eorzea's storied hero summons me forth. No need to say why. You're going to ask me to help you take down the blasphemy. I'm not asking you, I'm ordering you. Have you forgotten the duty of the strong? Aha! You drive a hard bargain. I like that. Who am I to refuse an order from the company's acting commander? So tell me, acting commander, what specific duty would you task me with? I trust you do have a plan. Hit it until it dies. So you need a way to neutralise the beast's most potent attack. I can tell you like getting up close and personal with your foes, so you'll be needing support from a distance. Who do you suppose might be best suited for that role? You, of course. Damn right. My eyes are among the keenest in the realm, as you've doubtless heard from Whiskat. In pure marksmanship, none in Limsa are the Admiral's equal. Yet Malvrib is ill-suited for a supporting role. Not for a lack of skill, of course, but rather, come to think of it, there's something you should know. Follow me. I don't know, Mum told me not to go into... Hi, Ergo. I still need to get that mount. Did you get the mount recently? I do like me a Spriggan. Go there. I should one day like log into my alt on the Spriggan server. I made us an alt called Wind Up Spriggan. Maybe we could actually have a wee look at them. You know what, let's do that right now, because I'll forget otherwise. Wait, no I can't because I'm not in a zone. You know what, we can wait 20 seconds. And we'll just sit in silence. For some reason I thought it was 30. Eh. It's not very often I log out of a place that's not something. Assuming that I've kept the character. There they are. This is Wind Up Spriggan. The first day the server was up, I made my alt, and somebody immediately some group made them like a Spriggan free company, and the free company leader was buying and handing out all the Spriggan hats for free. I actually felt bad because I never logged in, and because it was like double or triple experience. That's why I was able to get to level 51 so fast. But I never logged in, and because it was a brand new server, they were giving you, I think, 1 million or 500,000 gil for reaching level 50. So I gave the equivalent of like a Spriggan hat's worth back. So it's like, I feel bad. I've never won this damn thing. But yeah, it's literally just the Lalafell outfit dyed suit black, I believe. Spriggan hat, and I made Spriggan's like complexion as similar to Spriggan as possible. But yeah. I'm trying to remember if I've got any other alts. Hold on. I've got one. Where are they? Hold on, does this light up? No, it doesn't mean that. Where is it though? I don't have one on each data center yet. It's not. I've not reached that extreme. This is Graha Blast. The joke being there's a Mountain Dew flavor called Baja Blast. And this is the cool Graha. And it has... The hair colours might be the same as the Baja Blast. House tours, of course. There was... Wait, where... Is it saved here, maybe? Hold on. Actually, I should have it saved. I may have shown Ergo. Hold on, let me just add it. So I went on a... Shenpai was doing a stream on like a costume contest, and I was just sort of hanging around in the background. And somebody in the crowd was like doing fan art of characters they liked. And so at the end of the day, I was searching my name on Twitter. And they had done one for Graha, sorry. Where is it? Where's the folder? And there he is. Look at how close they look in resemblance. And away. Right, I think that's... Hold on. There's a fast way for me to figure out how many characters I have. Is just to go on to the lodestone. Let's log into... Oh wait, there's also Meteor, obviously. I'll need to find the artist again. Data center. I used to have one on a Japanese server way back when. Deleted them. Going back to Phoenix. Ignore that noise. One-time password. They're annoying, but hey, they're for a good cause. log in. Yeah, I've only got 4 characters now. Plastic Love, Spriggan, that I may delete in one day. Meteor Final Fantasy for Realm Rediscovered, and Graha Blast, who I won't delete. Right, while we're logging in, I'm going to check these season things about Crystalline Conflict. Season 1 ends 6.18, Season 2 begins at the same time. Okay, so I need to finish it before 0.18. Thank you for mentioning that, Ergo, because I may have left it too late. Good to know. So that's Tuesday, July 5th. So that's just under 2 weeks away. Okay, that's plenty of time. Right, what did I Google? I Googled PvP rewards 6.18, and there was a Reddit thread about it. Right, Lorenz. No relation to Lorenz from Fire Emblem Three Houses, thank Christ. Quite the view, wouldn't you say? I often come here to admire the sea. If you would indulge me for a moment and I'll spin you a yarn. Just try not to doze off. Back in Piracy's golden age, the League of Lost Bastards ruled the Rotano. I was one of them, as was Merlvib, who were led by none other than our old man, Blofis Blosfin. That's hell of a name. The most feared captain of the High Seas. Sorry, I need to cough again. Feared by his enemies, that is. Stern and unforgiving though he was, he took me under his wing and showed me the ropes. I can't take him seriously with the Karen haircut. He was like a father to me, to us all, till that fateful day. Was in the year of 1562 of the 6th Astral Era. Lominsan merchantmen were struggling with nigh constant raids by the Sahagan. Around this time, Blofis had yielded the day-to-day leadership of the bastards to Merlvib, his pride and joy. She was still growing into the role, though, and everyone knew the old captain was still calling the shots. Old Blofis had a noble streak, he did. Ordered us to defend the traders from the fishbacks. Merlvib led the effort, and we fought day after day to keep the seas safe. The fighting was fierce, but we always came out of it in one piece. Until we didn't. Until after a skirmish, a Sahagan survivor, with his last breath, summoned forth the Lord of the Worrel. The great beast toppled our masts and cracked the keel like an egg. We clambered aboard the merchantman as our own ship sank. Not to do but wait for the end. But then comes Blofis and his bleeding flotilla out of nowhere to pull us out the fire. And he did. But the League of Lost Bastards would never be the same again. For even though we had escaped with our lives, we'd soon discovered that Captain Blofis, our iron-willed, unwavering leader, had fallen under Leviathan's thrall. Of course, in those days, we didn't know much about drowning or tempering. Didn't know what to make of our captain as he grew more haggard by the day. His words devolving into crazed rambling. Then, one day, he vanishes, taken off with half of our men. Not long after, a band of pirates calling themselves the Serpent Reavers began taking prizes in the Indigo Deep alongside the Sahagan. At their helm was none other than Captain Blofis, who cast his lot with the fishbacks. Merlvib knew what had to be done, and to her credit, she didn't shirk from the deed. She acted quickly, sneaking off under cover at night with a skeleton crew without so much as telling me. Of course, that didn't stop me from stowing myself in the cargo hold and joining her on the voyage. She was none too happy to see me at first. Wanted to leave me out of it, she said. But seeing as I made myself known when she was struggling to fend off a horde of reavers and his fishbacks, it wasn't hard to win her over. Our twin muskets fell one after the next, as my sharp shooting kept her safe from afar. We cut a path to the centre of the isle. It was there we found Blofis, or rather the miserable wretch he'd been reduced to. All bones, with skin shriveled and tangled mat of white hair, eyes bulging from his head like a fish as he prayed to the Lord of the Worrel. Merlvib challenged him to a duel, and a dim memory must have flickered in his drowned mind, for he accepted. And so, with only me there to witness it, Merlvib ended our father's life. The League of Lost Bastards would have lived up to his name if it weren't for Merlvib. She assumed full command and restored us to our former glory. Not long after, she triumphed in the Trident and was named Chief Admiral of Limsa Lominsa. I have nothing back upon that day. Seeing her charge into battle, muskets blazing. Might seem reckless to some, but that's how Captain Blowfist taught her, and she knows no other way. That's why I made it my job to support her from the shadows, and it's a role in which I will happily serve again. I owe that much to our old man. My only doubt was whether you, my friend, were worthy of commanding me. But watching you from afar has answered that question. Aye, tell Whiskat and the rest of my no-good companions that Lorenz stands with them. And we'll fly back. Bird. I believe those seagulls are actually reachable by flight. You can see like how low poly they are. It's very funny. Did Lorenz show himself? Ha! Now there's a surprise. I had some hopes your words might reach him, but never did imagine he would agree so readily. Just one thing, Plastic. I'd appreciate if you didn't mention Lorenz's involvement to the company. Landonell in particular. They'll find it soon enough regardless. At any rate, this gives us new hope in our battle against the blasphemy. All that remains is to set the snare and lure the beast into our clutches. Our scouts are on the lookout for the creature as we speak. If the latest reports are to be believed, we are drawing ever closer. And with that, I best get back to it. Can I trust you to report these latest developments to the Maelstrom? Then, till we meet again, Commander. Oops. Don't know what to do with these relics. I should probably just put them in my retainer, but why am I here? Force of habit. God, it's warm in here. The search for the blasphemy continues, though I understand you've been carrying an entirely different investigation. Marksman by the name of Lorenzi. The Admiral will be pleased. Of course, we won't have much call for his skills until the blasphemy is found. Rest well and prepare yourself as necessary in the meantime. Lorenz. Why does that ring a bell? To calmer seas. The Secretariat appears visibly dismayed. Despite our best efforts, the blasphemy continues to elude us. For the time being, we... Sorry to interrupt, but I have an incoming communication from Whiskat. Commander, we've snared ourselves a blasphemy. We've our erstwhile companion Rial to thank. Knowing that the creature was once the Sahagan Queen, he kept a close eye on the spawning grounds. Sure enough, he spied a massive black shadow moving beneath the water not long ago. Coughing a bit concerned now. After receiving word, Shamani Lomani directed to the Maelstrom warships in the vicinity to herd the beast with cannon fire into the Sastasha Sea Grot. Isolated the Sea Grot is, we can engage our foe without putting small folk at risk. Any words for your men, Commander? The duty of the strong is to protect the weak. Company heroes, assemble. Sure. You don't have to tell me twice. I've been aching for a rematch. Rush in blindly and it'll go as poorly for you as it did the first time. Knowing you, I'm sure you'll show up just in time to see me deal the killing blow. Now, can we not save our vitriol for the quarry, which I've lured to the perfect spot that is now waiting patiently for all of you to put out of its misery? Brayflox's gobby booms blast over big blasphemy into bitty pieces. A motlier crew you'll never find, but will serve you well when the battle is joined. Believe you me. This is Merylvib. This is Thancred. I will ready a warship at once. Assemble outside the wench once you've seen all to your preparations. So the time has come. I shall pray for your victory. Ba 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 ba. Instance time. Well, the fact that I've got a boosted item level is going to help. Ah, plastic. The others should be along soon. I always like this track. How chunky. I don't think chunky's the right word, but I like how chunky the guitar riff is. The blasphemy is still contained within the Sastasia Seagrot. There it will meet its end, navigator willing. Would that my brothers and I could join you in the fight, and yet blasphemous though it may be, the beast was once our mother. I understand, Null. Forgive us for what we must do. With our means to reverse the transformation, we would do all in our power to bring your mother back. Sadly, there is nothing left of her to save. For the future of the Sahagan and Limsa Lumensa alike, the blasphemy must be laid to rest. And when the deed is done, When the deed is done, I would bring your brothers, even the crushing tide, aboard the great ship we call Vilbrand. I do not want to slay your mother, but this thing she has become, a mindless beast who would enslave and kill her own, it is an affront in the memory of who she was. It is not her, it is not. Remember this always, you must. I will not ask you to shoulder the burden of matricide. When the time comes to strike the final blow, I will do the deed. Admiral, all you say is true, and yet... Ring, 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 ring. Commander, I've sighted a group of fishbacks, crushing tide most like, heading straight to the Seagrot. You'd best make your way here, and fast. Time to move out then. Any words for your men before we set sail? Rock and stone! Today the blasphemy falls. I guess they didn't program rock and stone in yet. You've grown into this role quite well, haven't you? But enough talk. It's time to show the realm the Company of Heroes hasn't lost a step. Aye. We'll stand a better chance of slipping past the crushing tide if we split up. Plastic and I will go together, the rest of you take a different route. Let us brook no further delay. To Sastasia. My queen, I beg of you, pray show your loyal son mercy. Remember who you are. I've got nothing to do with that, I just... My brain. That man dead. The Indigo Beast. Is that a blue mage? It's Dao, or what's left of them. Oh, we are in Sastasia. Wonderful. Speaker Dao, why would a queen do such a thing? It is as the shore workers say. What we thought a blessing is in truth a terrible curse. The horror. We must away at once. And leave the shore workers to face our queen alone? No. I will stand with them. That's a change in moral compass. Spinning on a fucking dime. You mustn't sully your hands with the blood of your mother. Go and be with your kin. Go. Right, so... Right, strats are we're going to get the Company of Heroes to stand over the vents so the water doesn't get up. So when the vents start bubbling, you have to stand over it. I was beginning to think you wandered off a cliff, Lorenz. Must you say it like that? I prefer to think of myself as fashionably late. But enough talk. It comes. Gross. Okay. Here it comes. We're counting on you, Lorenz. No enemy's weakness escapes my eyes. There we go. So see how easy that was? I reckon you can do, Acting Commander. Fun! I'd have to do it where... Fascinating stuff. Why did my Life for the Dragon not activate? Well, it has to, so it has to be there. Okay. I did something wrong. Why isn't it activating? Whatever. No, that's my level 90 skill. Cool. Don't forget Stardiver. Thrilling combat. Meryl Whip! That felt on purpose. Not particularly thrilling, I've got to be honest. Unless we're going to add mechanics. I'll get out of the way of that. Or not. Yeah, it really is the super boss from Amarok. It's the company of heroes. I'm so scared by these AoEs. Absolutely terrified. Why is it not dead yet? Into the corner. Yeah, Dragoon reminds me, like, Dragoon at 90 reminds me in the same way that the way I feel about Red Mage at 90. It's more, it's 80 but with like an additional button. I don't know how true that is for other jobs, but hey-oh. Not necessarily a bad thing, I suppose. Yeah. Oh. Well, I killed one. No. I feel like I did something wrong there. Okay. What song are you gonna play? Okay, Torn from the Heavens, sure. Good track. Fuck him up! Soken's music for 16 should be absolutely banging. Da 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 da. It's just taking a nap. I will not ask for your forgiveness, but this I promise you. You will be remembered for the mother you were. Admiral, I have no words. I'm not cleaning that up. Our Queen Mother returns to the depths in eternal slumber. With your strength, you could have crushed us easily. Why did you spare our lives? The beasts and blasphemies are born from the despair in our hearts, but no more. I would break the cycle. Though Dao may have been blind to it, I believe in a future where Sahagan and Laminsons live in harmony. I like that earring. Speaking of earrings, there's an NPC in Hildebrand Endwalker questline who has a demon brick earring that's not available anywhere. It's in the game, obviously, but it's nowhere to be attained. Even after losing who she was, your queen made for your spawning grounds. Let me see if I find it. Yeah, demon brick earring. When you check it on the websites, there's no way to acquire it. The guy that believed in, you know, the eccentric person in Thavnir wearing the Nier goggles. The earrings they were wearing were unique. So then, if I go to Garland Tools, let's see what earring Lorenz is wearing. Garland Tools is great if you're looking for, if an NPC has a piece of clothing that you don't know where to get it. I'll tell you what the actual gear is. So Lorenz is wearing the purple Tritilia earring. Okay, so purple Tritilia earring. Where do you get that? That is... Where do I get it? It's a level 74 crafted item. Alchemist. Okay. Even after losing who she was, your queen made for your spawning grounds, and it is there she drew her last breath. When your next queen is crowned, know that she will have a safe place to raise her young. Once you have selected a suitable location, Limsa Luminsel will recognize and honor your claim. A promise for which we are grateful, Admiral. But what of the others? What of the other peoples of Vilbrand? The kobolds are open to the idea. The details will need to be negotiated, but I am confident we can reach an agreement. Sahagan, Kobold, and Luminsin alike yearn to abide in peace. We can make it so. I've never fought alongside shorewalkers before, but I must say, it felt good. We have fought our neighbours for generations. It is one as only suffering and tragedy. I beg of you, lay down your spears. It will take time and effort to bridge the gulf between our peoples, but bridge it we shall. Thank God for Shadowbringers introducing more fluid motions to characters. I dare say we have a lot of talking to do as well, don't we, Commander Lorenz? Ah, Landonel. If you'd just allow me to explain. Let's be off before they drag us into this mess. There's a couple of earrings that I'm missing because the only time you could get them was the itinerant Muggles, but it was for a very short time. And I've never brought them back. It's quite annoying. I don't want to talk to everybody. Right, where's Oh, it's Lorenz. That was the only one I wanted to talk to anyway. Perfect timing, Acting Commander. You must save me from this bloodthirsty bastards. Well, Lorenz, let's hear your excuse, and it better be a good one. Why in the seven hells were you skulking about in the shadows while we did all the dirty work? Like you'd lot be any happier if I showed myself sooner. I can hear you whinging now. What, you didn't think we could handle this? What, you didn't think we could handle this on our own? Aye, I'd be bloody furious regardless. Don't think I'd forgotten what happened, or rather didn't happen, on the day of our duel. Even though the future of the company hung in the balance, I waited and waited, and waited some goddamn more, until you never turned up. Now I've got you now, and I will have a satisfaction. Given Lorenz's penchant for late arrivals, I couldn't help but worry too. To say he cut it fine would be an understatement. And not by choice, as usual. My scouts observed him roaming around near Costa del Sol not long ago. It would seem our commander's woeful sense of direction has not improved it in the least. I'm honestly surprised you never realised, Landonel, and that was to blame for his extreme tardiness, that the commander did indeed arrive at the agreed-upon location for your duel, after the sun had risen and set half a dozen times. Navigator, take me. Shamani, you promised that would stay between the two of us. Ah, brave flocks. You have a kind word for two for your old commander, don't you? Commander Lorenz, Commander no more. New commander, friend to gobbies everywhere. Does many sweat works for gobby kind. And there I thought you were too much of a coward to face me in battle. Come now, Landonel. You know me better than... And then it's settled. We fight here and now. On your guard. Put that thing down, I say. You could hurt someone with that. I think that's the point. Ah, point. Get it? Hard to believe he was once the glue that held this merry band together. And that's right, we hadn't yet realised the obvious. Lorenz is our former commander. Forgive me for not stating it plainly sooner. I didn't want you to think we doubted your leadership. He's got his quirks, but as you saw, he's a force of nature on the battlefield. Anyhow, I think we can all say your stint as acting commander has been a rousing success. Now, I reckon it's about time you gave your final order. Company of Heroes band a break once more. Brayflock's never liked parting with gobby friends. Hear, hear. I may have my complaints, but when we're together, a good fight's never far away. You hardly need a company or a commander to get you that. And should Limsa again be imperiled, there's nothing stopping us from rising to the occasion. Till then, you're all strong enough in your own right. Why not serve the weak in your own ways? Shrug. Now we're all just staring at each other in silence. Okay. You've had quite the turn of duty, but all good things must come to an end. Any parting words before we go our separate ways? Let the company heroes be disbanded. Give Geguruju my best regards. Absolutely not. Finally, I can enjoy some semblance of peace again. At least as much peace as a man can enjoy waiting hand and foot in the Lord of Costa del Sol. It may have been rough sailing at times, but I rather enjoyed serving under you, acting Commander Plastic. Excuse me, it's Commander Love to you. Well, if you've something to say, let's hear it. Return to the whalers and keep the murder to a minimum. As if I needed you to tell me. Well, I enjoyed the diversion. I know as well as any that my true place is in Gridania, leading a respectable life. May not have been the perfect commander, but 12 is my witness. I hope to fight by your side again. Farewell. Excuse me, I was an exceptional commander. Where the fuck did you think I wasn't perfect? Rude ass. I await your orders, Commander. Look after the brave Noon. Aye, I have responsibilities. A tribe that wants for my guidance and protection. I can ill afford to carry here much longer. Nevertheless, it is with some regret that I take my leave. For all their faults, of which they have many, they are my companions, and I will miss them. Well, let's hear it, Commander. You owe me a bottle of your finest Bacchus. Indeed, indeed. I mean to return to Wineport soon as I've tied up a few final loose ends here. Speaking of wine, I've always preferred the older vintages, left to sleep in their barrels for many a summer. They come out tasting better than ever. One might say the same about our own company. Brayflox wants busy work. Brayflox awaits Uplander's lip flaps. No more cheese wars, please. Braveflux feels heavy heart, but accepts Uplander's bossy words. Braveflux had good times and happy feels with gobby friends, but good times will come again, and when they do, new boomsticks will bring Blasty Doom with much fastness. Somebody DM'd me, quitting Final Fantasy XIV, 300 million giveaway starting in 15 minutes, and they've sent a fake forum link. Hold on, I need to fix. I'm fairly sure that's definitely a fake link. I'm going to report them in a sec. Good times will come again, and when they do, new boomsticks will bring Blasty Doom with much fastness. Right, report. It's not RMT. That's important to do this. How do I do this again? Support desk. Not support desk. Active help. Nope. There must be an easy way to report, surely. Ba-ba-ba-ba. Oh, there we go. Alright, hold on, let me hide my screen for a moment. When I do this. And sent. Okay. Thank you for your report. There we go. I can put the game back on screen. And on that note, I ought to be on my way. Slipping away again, are we? You are a creature of habit. I resented you for it at the time, you know, but I think I understand now. Better to shun fame and not serve as an example for glory seekers too eager to fight and too quick to die. You're overthinking it. I'm a creature of whimsy, a man who lets the tailwind carry him where it will. But more importantly, this new age belongs to the new blood. I've had my day in the sun. If you succeed in brokering peace with the beastmen, there'll be no need to worry about primals, and the company can go into permanent retirement. And then I can say I did right by the old man. And if you hadn't been there for both of us, I don't know if I could have pulled the trigger. Thank you, Lorenz. Brother. Bah, I did nothing. It was you who shouldered Captain Blowfist's burden, and that of the entire league. I'm sorry, Melvib. I know it hasn't been easy for you. But I dare say you've worked hard enough. Maybe us company folk aren't the only ones in need of retirement. But I've said too much. Lorenz holding his tongue? Gods, you have changed. But yes, my greatest test as Admiral still lies ahead, as we steer the great ship Vilbrun towards a new future. You truly are your father's daughter. I owe you my thanks to. Dare say you did almost as good a job keeping my men task as I could have. Call it a hunch, but something tells me our paths may cross again. But forgive me if I carry on like I've never seen you before. Not unlike my old friend Mistbeard. Prefer to keep my past in the past. And with that, I'm off. Take care of yourselves. The blasphemy is no more, but we'll never know lasting peace until the crushing tides agree to lay down their arms. It'll be a daunting task, but as we see in Sastasha, they are not beyond reason. I will do all my power to see that your efforts and the sacrifices of my brothers were not in vain. Forgive us, even after being freed from the false god's thrall, still we clung to our hateful beliefs. It was easier to hearken to Speaker Dow's every word and turn a blind eye to the harsher truth. Easier and cowardly. I will return and speak with my brothers of the crushing tide. I will tell them of our Queen Mother's sacrifice, and the vision of hope you have shared with us. I ask only that you give us time, and trust us to make our own decision. You have my word. If you not be averse, let us return to the spawning grounds together. Adventurer, I have no words to express my gratitude to you. I will repay you the other way I know how, by doing my part to usher in an age where Shorewalker and Sahagan stand as one. This took a lot longer than I expected. There's the Charlene music. Just us now, it would seem. Ever since we achieved a measure of peace with the kobolds, I prayed that this day would come. Though it is of course only a beginning. Negotiations must be held, and words exchanged in earnest will invariably lead to flared tempers and bruised egos, but such things always accompany meaningful progress. The history of Vilbrand is one of bloodshed, but we have the power to change our ways. After all, it's clear we are united more by our similarities than we are divided by our differences. Didn't Mewtwo say something to that effect in the movie? I will share what I have seen of the Sahagan with my fellow Luminsons and listen closer to their doubts and concerns. For it must be a harmony not foisted upon them from above, but one which they aspire of their own free will. No doubt Null and his brothers feel the same. Again, you have come to Limsa's aid, my aid, at a time when you needed it most. When we next meet, I hope 'twill not be as Admiral and Adventurer, but as friends. Mayhap trading war stories over ales at the Wench. But for now, I must return to my duties. Drafting reports and decrees is hardly the most exciting part of my role, but it is a necessary one. If you happen to pass through Radzahan, pray share your exploits with our delegate there. Doubtless he will be interested to hear your first-hand account. One day I will lay down the musket of mine for good, but not yet, father. Not yet. Turn. Plastic, you return. Pray tell, what news from my homeland? Extraordinary, and a chance at peace with the Sahagan. These are heartening tidings indeed. Without a doubt, you have helped to dispel the pall of despair and that once hung over Vilbrand. Our people now bask in newfound hope. I must share the news with the others. Full glad will they be to hear that the threat to Limsa Lumensa is no more. Thank you again, my friend. You can now die level 90 stuff. More than loss. Do these come with titles? I forget. Yes, I think. Right. I was planning to finish at 10, but like we've not even started Tataru's thing. Let's start Tataru's thing for a wee bit. I think it starts in Charlene. I have so many quests to do here. Ugh. Also, for some reason, these quests don't have pluses beside them. Especially if I decide to do it in a oneer. I assume this is it. Small business, big dreams. Magina seems inordinately eager to speak with you. Is it a level 90 quest? Yes, it is. Wear my big hat. Plastic Love, welcome, welcome. I'm Agina, assistant shopkeep and apprentice seamstress here at Tataru Boutique. I doubt you remember my face, as I'm merely one of many who owe you our lives, but you will always have my gratitude for saving me the day on Eblin Rhine. Is that Garlemald? You're too kind, and while I hate to ask aught more of you, please say that you're here to assist in Mistress Tataru's new endeavour. Not yet, but she soon shall be. I thought we killed Zodiark. Whatever would we do without your penchant for turning up precisely when you're needed, huh? Now, to make this long story short of our solvency short, we've secured the resources to produce the new designs I developed in cooperation with guilds near and far, and in sufficient quantity to meet rising demand. We shan't rest on our laurels, however. The serve-passing adventurers and the occasional intrepid Charlayan is all well and good, but we've hardly taken the world by storm, no. Much like yourself, we must look towards new horizons. The Scions proved that cooperation on a star-wide scale is possible, and we'd be fools not to capitalise on that to build the greatest trade network in the history of Hydaelyn, all for the greater good, of course. Yes, this is a wonderful opportunity to bring people together. I often think back to that incredible moment when the Garlean army came to our rescue. Perhaps our efforts too will one day lead to a miracle like that which took place in the Eblin Rhine. I have no doubt they shall, but we mustn't expect such alliances to form themselves. We must be proactive, and who better to woo our future partners in commerce than our current #1 customer, you. Our erstwhile comrades in arms know that when it comes to good equipment and better ideas, we have such keen eyes as our adventurer extraordinaire. Even should they hesitate at first, I'm certain you can convince them using the samples I prepared. I see that my mind is made up, if you'll cover my aetheryte expenses. But of course, with your assistance we'll have both coin and goodwill flowing in no time. Everything is falling into place. Where shall we send plastic first? Mwahaha, don't you worry, I have it all planned out. First, Limsa Lominsa. Sicard has the bloody executioners working harder than ever, so he's sure to appreciate any extra supplies. Next, Gridania. The Seedseers are a source of trusted authority and insight into the Shroud, so we'd not go amiss in cultivating the investment of, say, Arun Senna. I hear tell that he has some interests in affairs abroad, so the novelty of our samples may persuade him to our side. As for Ulda, I feel confident in pinning our hopes to Pippin. He's always been a stalwart ally, and it goes without saying that he has more than a little sway in the Sultanate. Between his involvement with Immortal Flames, the Syndicate, and the Colosseum, he's bound to find a use for a quality accoutrement. With that out of the way, Magina, would you do the honours? Never let it be said that Tataru is stingy with our samples. Now if you make your way to Limsa and climb aboard the Astalicia, I'm certain someone will point you in Sicard's direction. I have my own avenues of inquiry to attend to, but I'll check in periodically to see how your journey is coming along. Let's get to it. We were just there. Where are we going? Fisherman's Guild. Is there still a man hanging off this? I forget. Yep, there he is. Haswab. Aye, I recognise you. What do you want? As long as it's not about another bloody apocalypse, I don't see why not. Wait here. Though... Ugh. I'm too small. Well, bugger me. Thought we'd see the last of you for a while. What brings you aboard? Your crew seems busy. Can interest you in some fine garb today? Your sales pitch needs some work, but I see what you're getting at. We're already travelling halfway across the world every half moon. May as well earn a little extra for our trouble, huh? You know, there was a time I thought pirating was the whole world, that being the best of them all meant something. Going to Ilzabard made me see how small my world was, compared to the real one. Standing next to the star's finest, I started to wonder what I had to brag about. Then the bloody executioners went and did me proud, by bringing a bigger goddamn haul of adamantite than everyone else in the realm. Between that and the new metalworks we've got going with the kobolds, and the Sahagan looking to export it in their old wares, it seems like the right time for the executioners to change our sails, so to speak. Which is all to say that you've got wares for promoting. I'd be happy to show them across the realm and beyond. Masterworks from Tataru Taru's boutique, guaranteed by the warrior elite herself. Almost seems a waste to wear them. Folk will be lining out the docks for these. Literally, seeing as Old Charlene's only accessible by sea, now if we get ourselves an exclusive shipping contract. Aye, I see the course is clear as day. Now we just need Em and Elaine on board. He's right useless when there's work to be done, but talk's another matter. And he still owes me for one for keeping his sorry arse out of trouble, so I'll have to put in touch with a few savvy salesman types on the continent. Tell Tataru I look forward to setting sail on this new tide of hers. May the winds of change guide us aright. Plastic, it's me. How goes our little venture thus far? Oh ho! Sickard's eyeing the shipping route, is he? All according to plan. But our work has only just begun. I'll keep after my own contacts while you work on Arun. Our hair is not often in the city, but I don't doubt that Mother Mayon can sniff him out. Just after seeing Plastic walk away there. Fun fact, the fat Mikotes, fat cats in Yulmore, their bodies, their frames are literally just big Lalafels, and they've put Mikote heads on top. The more you know. Do you remember what they're called in the first? Mistel, I think. Why, if it isn't Plastic? Struck with a sudden craving for eel pie, were you? Or is it information you fancy? So it's funny to think that in the FFTCG, her card is either banned or limited to like one card. It's too good. Oh yes, a word of Received Seer's comings and goings never fail to reach my ears. I'm told that ever since he returned from his foray to Ilzabard, he's been roaming back and forth between our neighbouring tribe settlements and the Lotus Stand. You'll miss him if you make for one or the other, like as not, so I suggest you waylay him at the Blue Badger Gate. It's weird to think this is where I started many, many years ago in this game. Almost 10 years ago. These are inspired by the ancient masks, right? Curious. This sounds like Hingashi music or Yansha. I ask why you're loitering at the gate's plastic, and with such an enormous sack. Why, thank you. I admit you've piqued my interest. To integrate the tradition and ingenuity of guilds throughout Eorzea in such a fashion is no small feat. As it happens, I'm of the mind to do something similar myself, assuming I can secure the other Seedseer's approval. You're doubtless aware that historically, Gridani has placed the Peace of the Twelveswood in our covenant with the elementals above all else, often to the detriment of our relationship with other peoples. Yet, much as we are one with the Shroud, are we not also part of the Star Entire? Our ventures in Garlemald made plain the strengths of World United. This attire you carry demonstrates much the same truth. Ah, but perhaps you assumed you would need to talk me around to the idea. If so, I apologise for the disappointment. If it is any comfort, I'm nearly as surprised myself. No longer am I content to hear the words of the elementals alone. I wish to know the voices of men, though our time in Garlemald has shown me that my ability to listen is average at best. These horns may mark me as gifted in the Twelveswood, but beyond they inspire neither fear nor awe. I've been mistaken several times for a Zayla, and may as well be one for all the difference my status as Seedseer makes to those who want for succour. Yet 'twas this self-same insignificance that allowed me, for the first time in life, to truly feel part of a greater whole. I am but one life among myriads upon this star. I dare say they should behave accordingly. Now we need to cut that fringe off, you hippie. With luck, my elder sister shall agree. Tell Mistress Tataru that her gift is accepted with gratitude, and she ought to hear from us soon. Guess who? Did you speak with Arun yet? That sounds promising. I'm beginning to understand what makes our Seedseer friend tick. But we can discuss that later. You need to catch Pippin ere his duties take him from Ul'dah once more. I believe he spends much of his time at the Colosseum, so perhaps you should pay a visit to the Gold Court. I'll be awaiting your full report at the boutique. We are going to Gladiator Skill. I see. Marshal Tarapin is currently engaged in another meeting. I shall tell him that plastic awaits his convenience. Bring me the boy. Oh, there's a Serendipity and something Rose. Redolent, maybe? My apologies for keeping you waiting. I did not expect you here today. Redolent Rose. Yeah, he has a different name in the Gold Saucer, though, right? Yeah, Mass Rose in the Gold Saucer. Tataru is offering quality material, is she? Actually, no, they're two different characters. What are you talking about? I can hardly say no to that. It fits almost too perfectly with my plans for the Flames. I have long striven for mastery of the blade. I required the trials of Ilsabard, however, to truly see Tizona for what it is. The fire that warms the coldest night, the spark that ignites a blaze of hope, and most of all, an unbreakable testament to Father's faith in me. More ally than tool, is a treasure beyond price. Does every soldier of the Mortal Flames not deserve allies such as this? Arms and armour to remind them of what they fight to protect, to help them stand what they might otherwise fall. Indeed, works made possible only through the ingenuity and dedication of allies across the star may just be the sort of inspiring armaments we need. I anticipate that I'll be sending along an order for custom equipment ere long. In the meantime, would you mind if I use these samples for a few trials here at the Colosseum? I'm just the messenger, bruh. My thanks. We shall put them to use immediately. Is it the Sultana or Taru? Wait, is it Momodi, the Sultana, or Tataru that Pippin has a crush on? As a child of Ul'dah, however, naught strikes fear into my heart like the prospect of receiving valuable goods for free. I must insist you accept something in return. I had been meaning to give that necklace to Tataru. It's probably Tataru then. Its poor condition aside, she might rather have it than not. I know he's got a crush on one of the Lalas. I've spoken with Tataru at some length about our pasts, you understand. In many ways, we are quite similar. As you may recall, her family was bankrupted when she was very young, a consequence of her father's business failing. They were forced to put all their wealth towards paying off his debts, and then some. One asset they reluctantly parted with was a necklace, was a necklace treasured by her mother, for which Tataru has long searched to no avail. Strangely enough, I recently discovered jewellery of the very same description amidst a store of neglected Colosseum prizes. Assuming it's the same piece, I should like to see it returned to her. It is significantly worse off for having changed hands, though, and only the sapphire centerpiece remains unlost and undamaged. She may appreciate the sentiment nevertheless, but it's difficult to say. What do you think? Could it be repaired, or perhaps remade? The memories it holds for her aren't lost or damaged. True enough. Though if it's to be a gift, I would prefer to at least clean it up a bit. Oh, maybe it's Wedge that I'm getting mixed up with. I'm sorry for confusing different Lalafels. In that case, I had considered asking the Goldsmiths Guild, but you got to be able to turn the necklace into a piece that Tataru would wear, if not precisely what she remembers. You want Graha? You're gonna get Graha. Oh, sorry, I've apparently covered his giblets with Ishtola. Let me fix that. Nope, wrong way. There we go. Sorry, Ishtola. Yo, new fancam! I love like fancam videos. They're so stupid. Well, you've covered her with Graha now, so... Right, so 10 minutes from now. Okay. I just usually say like 10 minutes of Graha. Takes up, what, quarter of my screen? I considered asking the Goldsmiths Guild, but you got to be able to turn the necklace into a piece that Tataru would wear, if not precisely what she remembers. I imagine you will have the opportunity to pick up gems and other suitable materials on your travels. From there, it is merely a matter of unifying the pieces. Are you willing? Then I'll have the sapphire removed from its setting and sent to the boutique with all haste. I doubt even Tataru would dare open a private package addressed to you. Best of luck in finding matching materials, and in your mercantile endeavours, of course. May the traders guide you to fortune fair. Oh, I noticed a weird Twitch thing yesterday, the day before. I tried using my own emotes in a different channel, and because a bunch of my emotes are now follower only, technically I don't follow my own channel, So they don't appear in my available emotes. I'm sure I can use them. The only one I have accessible is the plastic glove one, which I moved to the tier 1 subscription. It was very strange. Mark, were you present when I made the V emote? It's not great, but it'll do for now. Oh god, I need to add the rock and stone sound effect to it. There it is. I have so many like little notes here and there about things I need to add or add sounds to. Right, again. Where am I going? I'm going to the funky cold Magina. Did anyone get that joke? I thought of it just now and I'm very proud of it. So yeah, so far we've accomplished... I don't know if there's more to the Tatara questline or not. I guess we'll find out. You've returned. With your bag, all the lighter for having given away our samples, I hope. Speaking of which, a parcel from one Pippin Tarapin arrived not bells ago, addressed to you. Could it be that our newfound partnerships are already bearing fruit? Her mother's necklace? Why, that's a wonderful idea. Please allow me to assist. I swear I won't breathe a word of this to Mistress Taru. I do wonder what parts you will need. Do you know what style Mistress Taru prefers? If this necklace is to be a keepsake, why not focus on that? Oh, apologies. I could not help but overhear. That's quite alright. But do please keep your voice down. What was it you were saying? It simply occurred to me that since you were gifted the sapphire so readily, our other partners in this endeavour may wish to offer up something for Mistress Tataru as well. With such gifts, you could turn the necklace into a memento of not just our past and its trials, but our present successes as well. That's perfect. Perfect. If our plans for the boutiques proceed apace, we should soon have more than enough tokens from friends across the seas. What do you think, Plastic? Well, well. Were you waiting for little old me? Mr. Tataru, we were just discussing the successful delivery of the samples. Yeah. Good to hear. How fares dear Pippin? I knew you would come through, though I admit that I wasn't expecting to outfit a whole host of immortal flames quite so soon. I suppose it goes to show that even the most hardened warrior can always learn a thing or two. And Sigurd and Arun have changed as well, if your tales are any indication. I imagine their personal growth bodes well for our network. Thank you for checking up on them. We must sort through our current commissions before deciding who to approach next, but I know I can count on you to be ready when we are. Is there any more? Or is it going to be like a patch-by-patch basis? Okay, we've done the Tataru quests for then, so far. Okay. I'm going to double check that. Tataru, Grand Endeavour. Checking. Okay, people are saying it fairly short, okay. What to do? Are the... Ergo, how short is the Alpha Omega one? Before I decide what to do. Share of your life. Not short at all. Okay, never mind. That'll be for another stream then. Or I just do it off stream. There's things that I want to do, but those things are probably going to be off-stream stuff. I've got stuff to do. Yeah. I've also figured out how to stream and watch anime together as a group, but I have to stream it through Discord. So that's the only way of doing it without getting in like trouble. So I think we'll call it there. I will probably swap to a different Discord voice channel if people are up while I work on stuff, and maybe it'll be good to keep me busy. Let me find somebody to stream. Thank you for the Graha Redeem. It's always appreciated. He is handsome as always, in all his pointy chin form. So let us... Just checking what this channel's doing just now. Let's raid Eureka. Eureka is a Japanese teacher that I've recently followed through other people, and they're currently embossing Japanese candy. So that'll be fun. So let me get that sorted out. So if you want to learn some Japanese, consider giving them a follow. Oh, I love this music. So let me say goodbye from Plastic. Ta-ta. I all hope you have a lovely day, and I'll see you guys later. So until then, ta-ta.